Example 5 on page 230 is a really good example of a use for rational equations on how to solve them. So what we're doing in that example is we're trying to decide how much pure acid has to be added to a 50 milliliter solution that is presently 35% acid, and we want to change it to a 75% acid solution. So how much do we have to add of pure acid so that we have a 75% solution? So the ratio we want to use to calculate that is we look at the milliliters of pure acid over the total milliliters of the mixture, and that'll tell us the percentage of acid in our mixture. So that gives us our concentration of acid or percentage of acid. So we have to start by figuring out how many milliliters of pure acid are in the present solution, since it's 35%. So the amount of pure acid right now in our current solution is we have to take the percentage of acid, which is 35%, so 0.35, and we have to multiply that times the entire solution. So that'll tell us how much of it is acid. And when we do that, we find that 17.5 milliliters is pure acid. So the question is, how much more acid do we have to add so that we have a 75% solution instead of 35%? So we're going to let X be the amount of acid, pure acid, added. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that amount and add it to the acid we already have in the solution. So that's going to be our total amount of pure acid. And this is for 75%. And whatever we're adding just to the acid, we're adding to the whole thing. So if we add that X to our 50 milliliters, this is the total amount of our new solution. And we're going to reuse our ratio to figure out our total. So we're going to have X, our pure acid, so X plus 17.5 divided by our total amount of solution, which is X plus 50, and that's now going to equal our new concentration, which is 75%, or 0.75. So we just have to solve this, and this is pretty easy to solve. We just have to eliminate the denominator. So we'll multiply both sides by X plus 50. And when we do that, we get X plus 17.5 equals, and I'm going to distribute that, and I get 0.75 X plus 37.5. Now I have to solve this for X. So I get 0.25 X equals 20. So I'm going to come over here. So X equals 80. Or 80 milliliters. So I have to add 80 milliliters of pure acid to get a 75% solution. And we're done.